We're just gonna get into it, family, and see what comes up. What you got in here, Spirit? Oop. I'm gonna cut this around a little bit. The cards wanted to jump out already. I was trying to get a good little shuffle. Oh, I'll take it. And that is going to be us. Okay, whatever you say, Spirit. So those are all the cards for us, which is interesting. I've never had 3 come out like that. And I don't like to read reversals, but I'm gonna sit just to say the Magician came out in reversed. Can we get some? Ooh, that's too many. Can we get some energy, Great Spirit, for the East? I'll take them. Can we get some energy, Great Spirit, for the South? What are we working with here? Okay. Can we get some energy for the West, Great Spirit? Any guidance that you have for the viewer? Cool. Can we get any energy? Ooh, you're ahead of me. This is a really good spread, y'all. Okay. Get into it and see where we go. I'm gonna do things a little different today. So your energy is currently Ace of Swords, 6 of Wands, and the Magician. This is really beautiful energy. And to me, this is like being in your power, in your celebration, and being the strongest that you've ever been, embodying the truth of who you really are to a level which that you have never embodied it before. This is like you riding in on your white horse and everybody celebrating what you have become. And to me, the Ace of Swords is like, it makes me think of like Archangel Michael and his powerful sword of discernment and of casting down evil and negativity. And that's really where I always kind of go to with the Ace of Swords. And then the Magician is pretty self-explanatory. You have stepped into your magic, into your power, into your embodiment of your highest magical divine self. And that's really a beautiful place to start here for this energy. And then we got moving into the East. The energy of the kind of new beginning that's surrounding you right now, and the birthing energy of the rising sun, Taita Inti, grandfather's sun, and the eagle and the condor, which is like the merging of the masculine and feminine. It's interesting that we got 2 cards here as well, because I normally don't. But I'm getting that this is the masculine energy within you and the feminine energy within you, but they're coming together. That there is this bright, shining sun energy in the masculine side, which is like very positive, very driven, very enlightening and showing up as itself. But there's this side of you that has been in your emotions, like almost like the tides of going in and out, of like looking at these 3 spilled over cups and then like kind of noticing that you have a couple things good going for you, but then focusing on these lower cups, like this energy of the past and things that haven't necessarily gone the way that you wanted them to. So I think that Spirit is asking with this new direction, this new beginning in your life, to kind of merge these energies into one. And it's interesting as well because the 2 cups right here are pointing to the sun. So it's like through turning and connecting the masculine and the feminine is what's going to bring you back into right relationship with seeing the blessings that are already in your life. And in doing so is going to allow you to illuminate all the blessings. And that's, the sun is kind of like celebration, happy times, good times. It always gives me that kind of energy. Give me 1 second, y'all. Excuse me. had to blow my nose. I was all sniffly. Okay. It's funny, I wasn't at all until I started the reading. That's interesting. And it's on the left side as well, which is the feminine side. Interesting. Almost like sniffling, like there's a sad energy that is associated with our divine feminine aspect right now that's asking to be felt and to be looked at and to be held and to be understood and to be acknowledged. And that could be like a collective energy for Earth, for all of the mothers and grandmothers, and for Mother Earth herself, all of the pain and the sorrow and the deep, dense energy that has been experienced that she has had to hold for the collective, specifically for a lot of the masculine energy in the collective who have been not in balance with their divine feminine energy. And in my understanding, this is what has caused so much of like the kind of imbalanced patriarchal society where so many people have been taken advantage of. And one thing I want to say is people talk about like toxic masculinity, but that's not toxic masculinity. Masculinity is not toxic. It is being safe and strong and protective. What people consider toxic masculinity is not true masculinity. It is a warped, broken, distorted form of it. And I don't think that that should be interwoven with masculinity, because masculinity, when it is embodied correctly, is a powerful and protective thing. And adding toxic masculinity and kind of making that its own term diminishes masculinity in general. So I don't think that that's good. I think that we should champion masculinity and just call that toxic behavior. I don't know why I got into that, but I felt called to share that. Now we're moving into the South. Page of Pentacles. Pages, interesting. I'm looking at the landscape on this card, which I've never really looked at that deeply in this deck. But pages are like the fastest moving cards in the deck, and almost kind of like young energy, like a bit of like naivete or like free-spiritedness. And what I'm getting from this energy is that that's the way that Spirit is asking us to be, and to embody that kind of free-spirited innocence. And a lot of people look at innocence as it's almost like stupidity. But my perspective is innocence is a form of wisdom. You look at like a childlike innocence, and I believe that children are in such joy, not because they're children, but because they're present. And in that presence, they are one and the same with the Most High, with that loving awareness that resides within all things. They don't have all these programs and layers and cages installed into their personality. So I think Spirit is asking us to really show up with our inner child embodied in our heart, and that will bring us to a place of almost like this playful innocence and wisdom that is associated. Sometimes kids will say stuff that's like, wow, that's so profound, because they are the Spirit embodied. There's this personality structure is still forming. They're so deeply connected to Source. They are Source embodied. And so I think Spirit is just asking us to connect with our inner children, take them out on play dates, really channel that energy, really pamper ourselves and love ourselves and allow ourselves to be that innocent kid again, and not care about what other people think about us, to really show up unapologetically, be willing to be embarrassed, be willing to look stupid, be willing to be silly and play. And that's going to lead to a great deal of fulfillment for us. And then from the West, just like the energy of the maturing process of this path. And what we got is the Chariot. And what I'm really just getting from Spirit is like move forward. Like stop waiting, stop trying to overthink it. Stop trying to plan everything out. Like, action is what gets you there. There's a saying, I'm not sure exactly how it goes, but there's people who sit there and plan and look at a river and like, okay, if I wanted to build a bridge, I'm gonna have to get these materials, I'm gonna have to do this, I'm gonna have to, 10 years later, they're still building the bridge. And then there's people that just swim across the river. Just jump in and go for it. The Spirit's like, just go, just do the thing. You can plan all you want, but you're gonna get 10 times more experience, 10 times closer, just by doing it. It's like, most people kind of like flounder because they don't make a decision. Just decide and move. Just decide and move. And then you can change your decision and decide again and move in a different way if you need to. But don't sit there and like think and think and think and paralyze yourself with that thinking paralysis. Just do the damn thing. And then from the north, which is like the closing of the cycle, the place of the ancestors, the hummingbird spirit, which teaches us to fly only to the sweet nectar and joy of life. I'm also very connected for me with the buffalo, steadfastness. The buffalo moves into the storm, knowing that the fastest way out of the storm is through the storm. And with the north energy, we're really getting right now embodying being the teacher, being the spiritualist, the guide, the shaman, the mystic, the sage. That is what you're being called to. And the thing is that I'm getting from Spirit is you're going there, like it or not. And the more you fight this, the more difficult this transition is. Your higher self is rising from within you. And it's like these outer layers are trying to hold on and like shackle what you have been into your person. But within you, the truth of who you are is rising. And the more you allow that rising to occur, the more smooth, the more enjoyable, the more pleasurable it's going to be for you. And the more impact that you're going to have, and the more reach and authenticity that you're going to have, because you're embodying yourself honestly and you're peeling back the masks. You had shrunk yourself your entire life. Like, okay, I want to make people uncomfortable, trying to tell them about like the secrets of reality and what's really going on. And the veil is crumbling. The illusion is crumbling. We are in the end times. And this is not the end of the world. This is the end of the illusion of our separation. We are returning to a sense of wholeness and unity and oneness. The boundless, timeless, formless, parentless, irreducible consciousness that resides within your heart, within my heart, within all things. It always has, it always will. The uncreated one, desireless, nameless, formless, and yet all forms, all names, all things. This is what you are, family. And this is rising within you like, like a tsunami, like a tidal wave, a mile high coming to knock down New York City. And that's what's happening. It's coming. So you can surf the wave. Or you can get caught in the craziest undertow that you have ever seen and be thrashed around. And either way, the wave is coming. The wave is coming. Okay, let's get into a little bit of like breaking down this. If we got any more guidance, I want to do above, below, and within as well first, and then we'll see if there's any kind of clarifications that's needed here. We're going to want to see from above the star families, archangels, the divine masculine and feminine. Hampui, brothers and sisters. If y'all have any guidance for us, please, it'd be much appreciated. We'd love to hear your guidance as what could assist us on the path to embodying our highest good and the highest good for all humanity and the collective. Ooh, I'll take them. I fucking love Spirit. You're the best. Jump in. Jump in. Do the damn thing. Do it. Andromeda energy and venture. Say yes to change. The time has come, family. To show up authentically as who you really are. And one thing that I think is really cool to think about is when you show up in your weirdness and your authenticness and your strangeness, it's like a force field to the people who don't actually like you. Like, ew, that's weird. Which is awesome. You only want people around you who really like you, who like the authentic you. And it's like a lighthouse for the weary traveler at sea when you shine your freaking weirdness, your authenticness. So be true to who you are. And whoever you are is fucking awesome. Okay? You're awesome. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Not a single other person. We also got activated earth, power places, ley lines, trust where you're led. Interesting. So yeah, I really feel like Pachamama is calling us to get out and to work with her and to build physical prayers and to touch the earth, to feel the earth, to put our feet on the earth, to reconnect with the energies of the fays, the nature spirits, the elementals. And we're going to be coming into a time of evolving metaphysics. The universe itself is evolving. It's becoming a new space. And we're entering the next golden age, which is being ushered in. There's going to be a great time of change and revolutions, and a lot of things are going to happen, crumbling of power structures, of governments, of different things, and we're going to need the guidance of our Mother Earth and from our star families. And this could look like reactivating star grids, building new pyramids. Like, this could be some crazy thing. We're going to be coming into an understanding of harmonics and of magnetism and of things that seem like magic, because they are, but they're also science, which is also the study of magic. But people don't realize that. They talk about energy, the thing that has never been created or destroyed. What do you think was never created and cannot be destroyed? Yeah. That which is within every single one of us, the Most High God, the Kingdom of Heaven, the Great Spirit, the Holy Spirit, the Tetragrammaton, the Tao, whatever you would like to call it, the monad. Okay. Let's go below. What do we got from below? Deep earth energy. Mama, what you got for me, Mama? Deep earth energy. We got some energies. Got some energies for me, Mama. Got some energies. What you got, Ma? Ma, I'm gonna need that energy. Okay? She said that's the one. Seeing the true you. Interesting. I think this connects really well with what we've been talking about and embodying our truth. And it's funny, she's looking into the waters with these lily pads and sitting in this like green comfy chair. And it's again another call from Mother Earth to use her as the mirror that she is to see yourself more clearly. Realizing that we're not separate from Mother Earth. We are Mother Earth. We are her embodied. And by understanding this, we can look out into the entire planet and see ourself, because it is truly, it is ourself. Literally, it is us. We are one and the same as Mother Earth. See the true you, family. Everywhere you look, you're seeing yourself. And I think this is so important. when we judge others, we're judging that aspect of ourselves, and that's like casting spells of like hatred and negativity and, oh, this person's evil, or these people are. Any collective judgment or judgment of others at all is what casts negativity on them. That's not saying you have to condone what people do, but the highest form of love is just awareness without judgment. And that's what God is, just loving awareness. Your spirit, God, cannot be tarnished, cannot be touched, cannot be made evil, it can't be cursed, it can't be anything. It is boundless, it is untouchable, it is beyond the light and the darkness, beyond light and life and death. It is beyond good and evil. It is beyond any title, any description, anything. And I think it's important to understand that from that space, there's never anything to fear. And the truth of your nature is you're every player in the game. You're all of them. You're me, you're you, you're your parents, you're your kids, you're your cousins, you're all the people you love, you're all the people you hate. The same consciousness, the same loving awareness that's within you is within every single one of them. The thing is that awareness doesn't have memories. It's not connected to a person. That's what makes us think that we're an individual, is specific memories of this body. But the thing is, the awareness that's within the body, there's a place within there that it's unattached to any of those things. And that's the kingdom of heaven. That's where God lives, and it's within every single one of our hearts. Every one of us. It's within everything. There's nowhere that it's not, is the thing. It's everywhere and nowhere at the same time. And thinking that, considering the universe is infinite, that makes every point in the universe the center of the universe. You are the center of the universe. Literally, quite literally. Because the universe is infinite. So every point is the center. It all collapses in on itself from every direction. Interesting. I don't know. I did not plan on going everywhere I went there. But I'll take it. Thanks, Mama. What do we got from within? What's our animal totem spirit that's working with us right now? It's got some guidance for us. Woo! Bingo. Hummingbird spirit. It's funny too, because we were talking about hummingbird. This is really truly about following your joy, your highest excitement, going after only the things that light you up inside, like a phoenix, like a bonfire, just like where you can't contain yourself. That's what it's about. We don't need like more, we don't need like more teachers, more saviors, more saints. We need more people that have come alive and are embodying the truth of who we are. Authenticity is the highest vibration. Following what lights you on fire will lead you to where you're supposed to be. And there's something I learned from my uncle. I'm going to try to make sure I word this correctly. We don't tell people to be careful. We tell people to enjoy themselves because there's nothing to fear. You are the Almighty. So don't cast worries and doubts and, oh, be careful. We want to enjoy ourselves. Enjoy this. This is literally God's dream. It's your God and you're dreaming and you're having a dream. And in the dream, it feels like it's real. Just like when the person dreams, that's a fractal of God dreaming. And then inside the dream, there's a person, and that person dreams. But that's exactly what's happening right now. This is a dream. And after you die, you go, oh, that was rad. That was fun. I did want to do this though and do this. And yeah, I might have done that one different. Let's run it again. Or some of you might be done. Who knows? You might be like, out ski, or some of you might want to go to a completely different realm. You know, I have multidimensional fractal aspects of my soul spirit that are in many different realms and different densities. So yeah, I completely understand that. You know what I mean? It's like a web, a spider web. I actually get this vision from the highest part of my soul, where he's looking down. It's like a space wizard floating out in space. It's a Lyran, high dimension. It's like eighth dimension or something. But he looks down on all of these bubbles, and each bubble's a universe, and it's like a sea of bubbles. And you can look down and see all the different timelines and all the different universes and earths and different planets of different versions of my soul. And he like kind of orchestrates all of them over the top. But there's also ones from other like lower densities that I'm very closely connected with as well. And simultaneous lifetimes, some from Earth. There's one from Orion. There is one from Sirius. There's different ones. There's one from Pleiades that I'm very strongly connected with. And some of these are like fourth, fifth, sixth dimensional aspects as well. As well as there's a seventh as well, which is in this kind of like like a golden cathedral realm. It's like made of gold, and it's like all of these like fays and fairies and like lion people and like centaurs, and it's really interesting. And I speak about these things because this is not unique to me, friends and family. I'm not special. I'm a mirror of yourself. I'm no one. I don't exist. And I talk about these things because I want you to understand that you are the boundless, timeless, indivisible soul which has experienced all lifetimes. And certain specific lifetimes are connected more to you, so you're able to connect with those lifetimes. I look at consciousness as like an infinite sea of awareness. And a lot of times when we embody, we take different parts of that awareness and put them together to make this one. So it's like you could have 5 parts Jesus, 5 parts Mary Magdalene. You could have 5 parts Saint Germain, like every single saint, every single high dimensional being, every archangel, they are all aspects of yourself. They are all you. Literally, they are you. So all of your guides, all of your ancestors, all of everybody, everything that has ever been is part of you. And when we connect to different aspects of the self, specifically other lifetimes or simultaneous lifetimes or other dimensional aspects and avatars of ourself, it's just ones that are closer connected to this specific personality of this person. So, but I think it's important to connect with these aspects of ourself because they can bring us knowledge from the Akashic records of our own experience. All knowledge that has ever been known is within you. You just have to uncouple yourself with being connected to just one personality of one body. And in this neurodivergence, it allows you to connect with the underlying field of all information that there has ever been. Creation is already created. And as we change our vibration is a signature location in hyperspace. And as we like learn new things or embody things in a new way, that changes our vibration. The informational diet that comes in, our physical diet, our habits, all of that changes the vibration of the person, the energetic signature, which literally is what moves us through hyperspace. And it's what creates the feeling that we're moving through a world when really it's just changing our vibration, and it like sucks everything around us and like pulls us to a specific location in hyperspace. But in truth, you have never left where you are. You're here right now. There's nowhere else to go but here. Here's all there has ever been. And all of this is just an experience we're having from a stable place within our own heart of here. Everywhere you think you're going to go, you're going to be here. Anytime you think you're going to be here. You were here when you're a kid. You're here when you're going to die. You're always going to be here. There's nowhere but here. Here's all that exists. Okay. Interesting. I've gone all over the place. It's so interesting. Gosh, I love you, Spirit. Okay, you're right. I'll listen. Okay. Let's see. Whoo! This is it. I was trying to figure out why I had to turn to this page. The source is called darkness because none of our senses can perceive it. It is also called light because the less we obstruct it, the more we are radiant. Whoo! Sheesh. That's that hitter, boy. I'm going to repeat that again. The source is called darkness because none of our senses can perceive it. It is also called light because the less we obstruct it, the more we radiate. Like the sun. So yeah, I think Spirit's just calling us to deconstruct all those obstructions to the source that is within every single one of us. Let it shine through you. My understanding of the source is this: they call the source the light because it is that which sees all things but cannot be seen. And this is my interpretation of the final challenge of the devil, is like thinking that there's some grand realm of light to get to, and angels and gods and high, like all these like high dimensional things, or like like holy saints and holy, like thinking that there's some goal to get to embody, to like deserve the love of source. But you are already the love of source. And thinking that there's something that we have to achieve is the final hurdle. Or that there's some like good or bad or a specific way that we have to embody that. And in my interpretation, what the devil is the illusion of our separation. And it's what shrinks us. And also like wanting to be some spiritualist and like trying to achieve some like holiness or saintly status is also a form of separation. That's also a form of like trying to be better, or like trying to, instead of just recognizing the oneness in all things. Like not a single one of us is any better than anybody else. We are the same thing, every single one of us. There is only loving awareness, and a specific set of circumstances and experiences is what makes a personality. I'm me because I've gone through a specific set of circumstances and experiences. But the awareness that went through those is the same awareness that's within you. And if it had gone through those set of experiences and circumstances, it would be you, and it is you. But we're the same awareness from different perspectives with all things. And I think that that's coming back to the light, the trueness of what the light means of the Most High. It's not actual light. Light and darkness are one of the same. They're the duality of this realm, but that's not the highest. Like when you think of light, it's like shiny, like angels with wings, and that's part of duality. The truest form of the Most High is not, it's formless. It can't be explained. Any description of it falls short. It is that which cannot be perceived, but perceives all things. It is the light that sees all, but cannot be seen. There's not you can't see the light, but it sees everything. And that's what you are. I'm gonna do one last card. What do we got here? That's the one. Collective of the Southwest. That's hilarious. I'm in Sedona right now. Collective of the Southwest. So, calling out to all y'all. Collective in the Southwest. I think that there's a major stirring in the U.S. and the Southwest worldwide, and I think we're being called, a lot of us who have been in hermit mode for a long time, to reconnect, to come back together with finding community and with finding safe places and holding safe spaces for healing and for sharing and for discussion of these ideas and for finding truth and to find real representatives to represent us, the people in Washington. And I think that we have to, right now, no longer vote for a person who has received a single dollar from anybody besides the people, because they don't work for us. And we're at a pivotal point in humanity where we have to elect people who actually care and are part of the people and are leading the people, not these ultra wealthy global elites who are destroying the planet, society, our relationship with each other, dividing us on purpose. On purpose. The whole left-right thing it's a joke. They all take money from the same people, and we spent like almost $40 trillion going all around the world, being world police, killing all these people for other countries, for oil money, to keep the dollar as the world, what is it, the Federal Reserve coin? I can't remember. I'm not super read up on that, but basically to make the wealthiest people on the planet more money. All the people that make guns and planes and bombs, and what do you think this country would look like, the United States, if we had spent $40 trillion on the people here instead of killing people? It would look like Atlantis. And I think that's what we're being called to stand up as a people, to no longer allow this treachery and this illusion of separation. I think that means coming together, coming home, walking each other home. I love you, fam. I didn't plan on going this long at all, but you'll have a wonderful day. And I'm sending out my prayers and my blessings and my love and my light and all the good things. Whatever you need, headed your way. I love you, family. Aho Mitakuyas in all my relations.